Buenas tardes, estamos aquí con Angie. Angie 2, ella pues nos está platicando sobre varios temas los sábados y el día de hoy vamos a tocar el tema de la depresión y la ansiedad. So Angie, thanks for visiting us this afternoon, and we will have a very interesting topic today. We will talk about depression and anxiety. And I think everybody has suffered this condition for several reasons. And I want you to start telling us about depression and how you see this ailment that we are suffering.
Absolutely, absolutely. And yes, you're so right. At some point in our lives, I believe we've all gone through a state of depression. You know, we all, on different levels, of course, you know, and for different reasons, of course. And it's something it's natural, you know, for us to go through in this day and age, with everything going on in the world and the economy and with our families and, you know, our jobs and just, you know, relationships, just so much. It's overwhelming to us, and we get exhausted. And so, you know, I have done some research on it. I have dealt with extreme depression. I came from a childhood of sexual abuse and emotional abuse, physical abuse, and I've, you know, held it in for many years. And depression is suppression, and you can only hold this stuff in for so long, and then, you know, you've got to release it, you know, whether it be talking to a friend, going to a therapist, learning how to express yourself instead of just being so soft-spoken or not speaking your truth or how you really feel or doing what you want to do. You know, we tend to want to please other people. We tend to worry about how people will look at us, how people will judge us, how we're going to live our lives. You know, we're so worried and so concerned with how other people are going to treat us or take us that we lose ourselves, you know. So I do believe that depression can come from that. So that is just one thing. Do you want to translate that?
Yes. Bueno, nos decía Angie que el tema de la depresión se refiere a supresión y debido a muchas causas, ¿no? El tema familiar, las relaciones, el tema de los trabajos, pues hay tristeza, hay muchos factores que influyen para que estemos deprimidos. Ella en lo personal ha experimentado la depresión. Dice que ella de niña, bueno, sufrió abuso sexual y físico y emocional y lo mantuvo muchos años de su vida hasta que lo sacó. Y nos dice que recomienda, pues, platicarlo, sacarlo, ya sea con un amigo o ir a una terapia, pero no podemos tener ahí lo que nos está haciendo daño, porque al final, pues, nos sigue, nuestro cuerpo lo resiente, ¿verdad? I will tell you about, well, I think everybody has suffered depression. Some more, some less, as you were saying. And the causes are many. But what I was experiencing last year, I had a lot of depression, obviously. I had sadness, and then your mind starts, you know, going crazy. And then your body reacts on what your mind says. And if you don't want to, you know, you're sad, or if you're under this depression, if you don't look for help, your body will start deteriorating.
Absolutely.
Because your cells react at your thoughts. So whatever you're thinking, your cells react, and then the pain starts, and then you stop having food or eating, and then you start losing weight, and it's like a process. So what I did, I was, you know, I focus a lot on my mind. A lot of friends tells me that I am very mental person, and well, I focus on my mind, and I was trying to say, okay, how do I get better? I don't want to be depressed, or I don't want to die, being
Right.
depressed or sad. So
Right.
I started taking my nutritious food, vitamins. I started to doing yoga classes, and I also went to a meditation class course, and it helped me a lot. And I also took my kids with me, and we were doing better. And the therapist told me that if I was doing better, my kids will do better, because they will react on
True.
how they see me. If I was
It's
sad,
true.
they will be sad.
Yes.
So all this combination of things have helped me. I get sad. It's not like it's 100%, because it's a
Yeah,
process, and everybody has a process. So
absolutely.
losing my wife was very hard to deal with. But I'm feeling better. This year has been a lot better, and my kids and we try to spend a lot of time together. Try to be happy. We dance. We put music. We go to the bikes. We go to the park. We do many things. We take a lot of pictures together, and we laugh a lot, and that has helped me. And I try
Yes.
to read a lot of positive things, eat right. I keep doing my exercise, and talking with positive people like you, Angie, and many friends that I have. And
Yes.
all day I am laughing. All day I try to talk with people, and I help a lot of people. So I do business, and I feel like I am a positive person. I'm doing a positive impact on people, and that makes me happy. And I think it's important to have a purpose. So I'm gonna translate all what I said, and then I will ask you another question. And
Okay, great.
let me translate, because I talk a lot in English. Let me see if I can remember what I said.
Okay.
Le estaba comentando a Angie de mi experiencia con el tema de la depresión, que el año pasado fue muy duro para mí. Yo perdí a mi esposa por cáncer y pues me quedé con 2 niños pequeños, pero le decía que, bueno, sí sufrí, obviamente mucha tristeza. Mi cuerpo ya estaba resintiendo mucho, enflaqué demasiado, no quería comer, perdí el apetito, dormía mucho, y sí empecé a sentirme débil, hasta que llegó un momento donde, bueno, decía que yo soy muy mental. Muchos amigos me dicen que yo pienso mucho. Entonces dije, bueno, ¿cómo le puedo hacer? Y empecé a leer mucho sobre el tema de la mente, y de cómo, si cambias tus pensamientos, puedes cambiar pues inclusive tu cuerpo, ¿no? Tu química. Entonces retomé el tema de yoga, retomé el tema de la meditación, me metí a un curso, me ayudó bastante. Fui a terapias, llevé a mis hijos también. Empecé a tomar vitaminas, muchos jugos. Todas las mañanas me tomo mi jugo de piña con apio, moringa, chía. Tomo mis gotas de cannabis. Eso también es buenísimo para el tema de la depresión, para la ansiedad, porque se requiere que tu mente esté tranquila, y con una mente tranquila puedes hacer que tu cuerpo pues esté tranquilo, ¿no? Y también se alimente bien. Y bueno, fue la manera en que logré superarlo. Le decía que obviamente no, a lo mejor no estoy al 100%, pero me siento mucho mejor que el año pasado, y es un proceso, ¿no? Entonces también con mis hijos convivo mucho con ellos, nos reímos, nos bailamos, ponemos música, salimos al parque en las bicis o jugamos fútbol, nos vamos a la nieve, nos tomamos fotos, y me recuerdo muy bien que la persona que me dio terapia, que se llama Eli, ella me explicaba que si los niños me ven bien a mí, yo iba a estar bien, pero que si me veían triste, pues ellos iban a estar tristes. O sea, es una energía que se transmite, ¿no? Entonces, bueno, esa fue mi experiencia, y bueno, ahí vamos, ahí la llevamos con ese tema. Okay, Angie, I was telling you that I was reading a picture where Jim Carrey was talking about depression. and it says
Right.
that everybody can have depression, but he was telling that if you don't have positive friends, if you don't do exercise, if you don't take the sunlight, and if you don't do all these great things that you can do, well, you can be depressed. I mean, you need to make some
Sure.
change, right? I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about that or whatever you want to talk
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You know, we're here to share. You know, we know that when you go into, you know, a state of depression, no matter what level it's on, you feel alone. You feel like you're the only one, you know, that goes through what you're going through. Um, you just don't even really want to hear what other people say sometimes, but you're not alone. You know, we've all, like you said, have gone through this before, and we speak from experience, and we just want to share some of the things that we practice. It helps to keep our emotional state strong. You know, we're not perfect. This is still something that we have to practice daily. For me, when I realized that I was important enough, and that I had a hard time loving myself. So I tended to put everybody else first. I tended to just, you know, put my feelings to the side. I tended to just really felt deep, and that will you out, lost you, and after a while, it'll come out somehow, whether it be through anger, whether it be through depression, whether it be through just different ways we express how we really feel. You can only hold it in for so long, and then, you know, it shows, and people around you feel it and they know it, you know, and the people that are closest to you, your loved ones, they want to help you. But you have to maybe get to this place where you can actually talk about it, what you need for yourself. You know, if you always put everybody first, you have to get to a place where you realize you are important enough and you can put yourself first. And if you put yourself first and take care of yourself first, then you can take care of other people. You can't fully take care of other people unless you're taken care of first, right?
correct.
So
Let, let me translate. Nos decía Angie que bueno, ella nos decía que es bien importante que tú te ames, o sea, que te pongas en primer lugar, porque a veces la depresión crees que nadie te entiende, que eres el único que está pasando por eso, que nadie más va a lograr entenderte, y a veces te cierras, y es importante que, bueno, pienses, te ames, te quieras y quieras salir adelante, obviamente, ¿no? Entonces, todo eso hace que salgas más rápido y que pues, la depresión no te termine, ¿no? Okay. I was thinking the other day, Angie, that many people, uh, obviously it is different for many people because maybe it's the same situation can affect other people in a different way. For some,
yes.
it will be, well, it's not very bad. Other people will drown in a cup of water. And it will be
Right.
different. And I think it's based on how you think and what experiences you have had in your life that
Mm-hmm.
makes you a stronger person. And my conclusion is that it will depend on how you are in your soul, in your spirit, in your mind, and then your body. And I was telling
Most
you
important.
earlier that if you heal your soul, then your mind and your body will follow. So I love that, and I think we need to focus on heal our soul or spirit, and as you were saying, the emotional aspect of our lives. And if we can heal that, it will be easier to heal our bodies. And I think
Yes.
it's a daily battle. As I was listening the other day to Mike Adams, one of my mentors on the internet that I love to follow, he was talking about how he deals with cancer. he says that every day he fights cancer with his juices that he drinks. So he's not expecting to have cancer because he's fighting it every day. And I think it's
Yes.
depression or any disease that we might experience. We need to fight it every day with our attitude, with our thoughts, with our words, what we say to ourselves. And I think that's the basis of having a good body and a good health. Because we were saying last week, at the end, that's what we want. We want to be healthy. We want to be happy. We want to be, I don't know, whole, or I don't know how to say the word in English, but to
Yeah.
be a complete person for our families, our kids, or if we are in a relationship with our,
Yes.
you know. So I'm gonna translate this, and then you will comment on whatever you have in mind.
Okay.
Angie, que bueno, aquí lo importante es curar el espíritu, el alma, que leía que cuando tú logras curar eso, la parte emocional, la parte espiritual, ya la parte mental y la parte física es más sencillo. Obviamente, y que es una batalla diaria, ¿no? Que todos los días tenemos que alimentar bien nuestra alma con pensamientos positivos, hasta con música, todo lo que nos digamos a nosotros mismos, porque la batalla pues está aquí en la mente, ¿no? Y así como se lucha contra el cáncer, que es una batalla diaria, o sea, todo lo que hacemos en el día a día impacta, ¿no? Cómo nos alimentamos, cómo pensamos, qué es lo que decimos, las palabras también, lo que nos decimos. Hay una práctica que me gusta mucho, que la recomiendan y está padre hacerla, es verte en el espejo y decirte cosas positivas, ¿no? Decir que tú puedes, que todo va a estar bien, y eso te llena de energía y de alguna manera logras avanzar. So I was telling them about the practice of putting yourself in front of a mirror. And when you are there and then you speak positive things, and that makes a big change in your life.
Yes. Absolutely. Okay, so a couple of things that I do on a daily basis, and this is something that I had a hard time even getting to the point to do for myself, and that is very important, is your environment. Your environment plays a big role in how you feel, how you act, your thoughts and everything, come from your environment. So if you tend to, hang around people that are toxic, maybe, or people that, not so giving or loving to you, this can affect you. You may want to try to please them all the time and try to just, do the best you can to make them happy. And you can't make other people happy. You can only make yourself happy. You almost, it can wear on you, and it can cause that. So, make sure your environment is a happy environment. It's a healthy environment. You're surrounding yourself with good, positive people, loving people that understand and that want your happiness as well, want you to be happy. That's one important thing. Even if you have to do this alone, maybe you have to take a break every day and go out in nature and just unplug, just turn off all your electronic devices, turn off Facebook, turn off everything, and just be silent in nature and meditate and just think and just really, think about the things that you're grateful for. Even if you can only think of a few things, focus on the positive that you have in life. And I think once you start making a list of the things that you have, such as your eyesight and your hearing, and, the fact that you do have internet and you do have a phone and you do have a job and you do have, whatever it is, just the little things, air to breathe. Some people don't have these things and we take it for granted, but you can start making a list and realize, what, I actually have pretty good. So that perspective. So environment is huge. that's one thing. I have more, but that's one less to
Okay, let me translate that. Nos decía Angie que un aspecto súper importante es el medio ambiente en el que estamos. Tiene que ser un ambiente positivo, lleno de gente positiva, alejarnos de la gente tóxica. Y ella mencionaba algo padre, decía que es importante desconectarnos. Si no tenemos gente positiva alrededor, que a veces dice que hay personas solas, pero que puedes salirte a la naturaleza o desconectarte del Facebook, de Internet, de todo, ¿verdad? De las redes sociales por un rato y meditar, pensar, agradecer lo que tienes, hacer una lista de las cosas buenas que tienes, que si tienes celular, internet, amigos, salud, lo que sea, este trabajo, todo eso va a impactar para que tú estés contento y que estés en un ambiente positivo. Entonces, que es algo súper importante el tema de lo que te rodea, ¿no? Del ambiente. All right. What is the other thing that you were going to say? You said that you had two things, Angie.
A few other things that really can help is just having alone time. Like, it's part of what I just said earlier. Taking some time to yourself. If you are a parent and you have kids that you're taking care of, you have a spouse that you're taking care of, you're working 2 jobs, you're always busy doing, that will wear you out and that will exhaust you. You need time to yourself. You need time to rest. You need time to recover. And this will help a lot. Maybe you don't sleep good. I know when I'm super tired, I almost go into this depressive state because I'm so exhausted and I know I have so much to do and I've put myself to the side and I'm trying to accomplish, whatever I'm trying to accomplish, and I'm not putting myself first. So put yourself first, love yourself, and then think of what makes you happy. One thing you can do for this day to bring your vibrations up, whether it be going to take a walk by yourself, listening to some good music, dancing, just anything, exercising, just taking a long nap. Just what do you really want to do that you're just not doing for yourself that would just make a world of difference? And then figure out how you can fit that into your day. That's going to make a huge difference. So, at the end of the day, quit putting yourself second, put yourself first. Love yourself enough that you can take care of yourself. I think that's most important. And I think that's where a lot of us go wrong. We don't think that we're worthy enough. We don't think that speaking our truth or speaking what's going on deep down inside us is important, or that we just can't do it because of fear of judgment, or I don't know, that nobody would understand, or it's not important enough to be heard.
Okay, let me translate all that. Nos decía que hay que ponernos en primer lugar, que tenemos que hacer algo que nos guste, que nos haga felices. Puede ser bailar, cantar, puede ser tomar una siesta, ponernos en primer lugar, porque siempre estamos pensando en los demás, o tenemos 2 trabajos, o tenemos mucha carga, estamos cuidando niños, o estamos cuidando esposa. Muchos compromisos que traemos que no nos damos el tiempo de estar solos o un tiempo de calidad para nosotros. Y eso es súper importante porque es como si cargaras pilas, ¿no? Entonces, mucha gente está deprimida o ansiosa por todo lo que tiene que hacer y siente que no avanza. Y bueno, esto nos va a ayudar a pasar tiempo con nosotros mismos, en hacer algo que nos guste. Nos ayuda a, pues yo creo que cargar pilas y a estar pues con una actitud positiva ante la vida, ¿no? Another thing that I think is very important is that you feel that you have a purpose in your life. I think that will help you, that you feel love for your life and what you're doing here, because sometimes we're in this world and we're like, okay, I am here, but
what am I doing here?
Where am I going, or what am I supposed to do? And
yes.
And a lot of people get lost in that. And I think
So true.
is that correct? Angie, do you think the same as I do?
Absolutely, absolutely. This, and I didn't realize this until you just said it. A lot of times when I'm talking to a new friend or maybe somebody that's going through something, I ask them, what are your passions? What is your purpose? And a lot of people have never been asked that, and they're like, you know what? Actually, I don't know. And that's that's huge. You should always have some type of goal. You should always have something positive that you're working on, because once you're fulfilled and once you feel like I've accomplished something, I've done something good, whether it's for yourself or hopefully it's for yourself when you have a goal like this. Once you accomplish that, there's so much fulfillment there, and that alone brings your vibrations up. And you have to find out what that is for yourself. What is your purpose here? If not, it's like, what are we doing? What are we really doing? We're just going day to day, just getting through the day, just, rushing to get through life. And there's just so much more to life than that. We don't want to just be existing here. We don't want to just be surviving here. We actually want to be thriving here. We want to make a difference in the world, whether it just be for yourself, for your family, so it's all a mindset. It's all perspective. But it is good to know what your purpose is and what your passions are, and to live for that.
Ok, estábamos hablando sobre algo súper importante, es tener un propósito en esta vida, sentir que estás aquí para un propósito. Platicábamos de que pues, a veces estás ya aquí y no sabemos para qué estamos aquí, ¿no? Ella me explicaba también que el hecho de tener un propósito, pues es una manera de estar contento con lo que haces, ya sea para ti, tu familia o tu comunidad, sentirte que eres útil, ¿no? Eso es súper importante. Yo en lo personal sí creo que eso me ha ayudado bastante, sentir que sirves para algo, ¿no? Que estás haciendo algo positivo para la gente que te rodea y eso te llena de energía para seguirle. Entonces dice que a veces a sus amigos les pregunta cuál es su pasión, cuál es su propósito, para qué están aquí. Y muchas veces no saben, o bueno, no sabemos. Mucha gente a veces ya nos llega tarde la iluminación, ¿no? A veces pasa uno la vida existiendo, y es lo que decía ella, que no estamos aquí para existir nada más o para pagar las cuentas o llevar una vida, pues ahora sí que de milagro de supervivencia. Estamos aquí para mejorar, para crecer, para evolucionar como persona, ¿no? Entonces, bueno, ese es todo un tema sobre la depresión y la ansiedad. Muchos tips que hemos platicado y todo eso en conjunto nos debe de ayudar a salir más rápido, ¿no? No es fácil, yo sé que no es fácil. A veces hay gente que me pregunta, oye, ¿cómo le has hecho? ¿Te ves muy bien? ¿Vas bien? A veces recibo mensajitos así por Facebook de personas que han perdido algún ser querido y me dicen, ¿cómo le hiciste? Porque o sea, mucha gente sufre, ¿no? Y les digo que no fue fácil, que digo, también la sufrí, pero pues hice todo lo que estaba hablando al principio, de cambiar la mentalidad y sobre todo ver a mis hijos y decir, tengo que salir adelante por ellos, no puedo dejarme morir, ¿no? Tengo que salir adelante. Y me ayudó mucho también ponerme a aprender a cocinar, porque era mi debilidad, que no sabía hacer de comer y eso me frustraba mucho. Y ahora que ya sé hacer más platillos, ya veo la vida más fácil, más rápida y hasta la disfruto. I was telling Angie that another thing that helped me a lot, well, many friends that have lost some relatives or dear people, they send me messages in Facebook that they see me happy and with my kids and how did I do it? How
Yeah.
they ask me for some advices, and I used to tell them that all the things that I already told in the beginning, but I was mentioning another thing that helped me a lot, and it was learning how to cook, because that was something that I didn't know, and I was sad and frustrated,
Mm-hmm.
and it caused me some anxiety, And now that I learned some dishes to
Yes.
cook, my day is happier and I enjoy it. So, so you need to find something
Yes.
to overcome your.
Yeah, that sense of accomplished. Yes. And you put your focus elsewhere. You know, you put it on something positive, something that you know, like a goal. Your goal was to learn how to cook, and you know, it's frustrating and it's like intimidating, but once you accomplish it, it's like, wow, I had this in me all along. It just, you know, took a little work, but and then it gets your mind off of, you know, other things. You have it on focused on something positive. The outcome was really good, and you fulfilled that purpose, which is we have to survive. We need to eat. You can't continue to eat out all the time. So that was like a win-win there for you and your family. You know, being able to cook. That's big. That's good.
And especially
Yeah.
when my
And you know, you and I. Go ahead.
I was gonna tell you that especially when my kids were like, "What are we gonna eat?" and they were used to my wife's cooking, you know, and I was like,
Yeah.
they were like, "Huh." So I needed to learn, and thank God I have had I've had friends that have helped me with some recipes and others from YouTube and
Mm-hmm.
cooking, trying to invent things, not inventions, but I put a lot of
Experimenting.
experimenting. Yeah. For example, this
Yeah.
afternoon I made some cucumber water with some mint leaves.
Mm.
Yeah, it tastes very fresh.
Yeah.
And
Good for you.
I like it.
Yes. And you're taking care of yourself by doing that, and taking care of other people in a good way by doing that. And that's, again, that's what we're going back to, ways that we can take care of ourselves and we can put ourselves first, and we can really do, you know, things that help our bodies, you know, eating good, exercising, sleeping, um, just, you know, doing the most for ourselves. That's what it comes down to. That's so great. I love it.
Great. I want to
And
translate.
okay.
Platicábamos bueno, yo le comentaba el tema de que aprender de hacer de comer me sirvió mucho para no estar deprimido o ansioso, ¿no? Por la comida. Y que ahora lo disfruto mucho. Y bueno, me decía ella que de eso se trata, de ponerte tú en primer lugar y buscar algo que necesites aprender o necesites hacer y lograrlo, y eso te hace sentir bien, ¿no? Y de esa manera, pues podemos quitarnos la ansiedad y la depresión también se va a ir yendo. Okay. I don't know if you
Good
want to
stuff.
add anything else. I think we had a great conversation talking about
Yeah.
many things we can do. And if you want to add something, Angie.
Um, I think we covered a lot. Maybe, you know, again, we can recommend a supplement or two that may help, you know, with the inside, the DNA and our cells, to regenerate and rejuvenate, to get back on a higher vibration. And there are some things out there, and I'm sure you can recommend that to them. I'll let you handle that. But that is just something in addition to these other practices that we do also, you know, is supplementation, you know. So food, supplements, and then all these practices together combined will get you to your best version of yourself, in my opinion. And it takes time. It's not overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. This is all a process. You know, it didn't take you one day to get into the state that you're in, or somebody else in the state that they're in. It was you know, over time, little things that add up over and over again that get you to where you are.
Yes, okay, let me translate that. Platicábamos sobre qué otra cosa podíamos recomendar y bueno, concluíamos, bueno, ella concluía que aparte de todo lo que comentamos, podemos tomar algunos minerales o algunas vitaminas que pudiéramos recomendar también. Yo en lo personal recomiendo mucho el aceite de CBD, en este caso de cannabis, ayuda mucho con el tema de la depresión ya a nivel celular. te ayuda mucho. Y he visto muchos casos de gente que ha salido adelante. En la página de Angie, por ahí vamos a poner el link, bueno, de los productos que ella maneja en Estados Unidos. Vienen muchos productos y también podemos, ahí en las notas vamos a poner algunos que pudieran tomar. Generalmente son minerales que nos ayudan para que nuestro cuerpo tenga todo lo necesario, ¿no? A nivel físico. Entonces, ahí lo vamos a mencionar. Le voy a pedir algo a Angie a ver si quiere, porque tiene un tatuaje muy padre en su brazo. A ver si quiere mostrárnoslo. Angie, I was telling them that I remember that you have a very great tattoo in your arm. I don't know if you want to show it to us. I really...
Actually, that's something that I did for myself as well. And this is like one of the affirmations, one of the first things, I don't know if you can see that, it says strength.
Okay.
And that is something that I realized that I had, you know, and that was a reminder. Every time I would do my hair in the mirror, I would see strength, and it was a reminder of how far I've come and, you know, how strong I am. And when I feel like giving up, I'm like, no, this is where I am, and this is all because of my choices and how I live my life now. So, but I'm very much into spiritual healing, and this tattoo, this sleeve that I got is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. And I used to listen to other people, oh no, don't ruin your skin by getting a tattoo, you know, and I would listen to other people, oh, you know, you're going to regret it if you get that, and you can't redo that if it is permanent, it's for life. And I wanted to do it, but I would listen to them and I would put it off and decide I'm not going to do it because I would listen to them instead of listening to myself. And then one day I said, you know what? This is what I want to do. This is my body. I'm going to do this. And I absolutely love it. I get so many compliments on it now. And this is just a reminder of, you know, me putting myself first. So that's, so I say, if you want to get a tattoo, go ahead and get a tattoo. But, yeah, affirmations and reminders of who you are and how strong you are and how important you are is very important.
Yeah, I was saying a very good friend that I wanted to do a tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do a tattoo. I am not convinced where to put it. If it's going to be in my back, my shoulder, or it's going to be on my ankle. I don't know, but I really want. And I have already an idea of what to put on my body. And as you, I have read the pros and the contras of having a tattoo.
Right.
But I remember that my wife, when we went to the beach every year, she loved to put a henna tattoos. It's not real.
Yes.
It stays there for 5 days. And wanted to. I remembered one of the conversations I had with her about that. She wanted to put some tattoos, and she also wanted to smoke cannabis. And I regretted so much that we didn't have to smoke it, and also we didn't have the time to put a tattoo. So I probably will do it. I don't know if it's going to be this year or next one, but that's something that is on my bucket list. And I'm going to translate all these. So
okay.
Bear with me for a minute, okay?
Okay.
Bueno, ella nos enseñó, estamos hablando del tema de los tatuajes, porque ella tiene un tatuaje en su brazo que nos enseñó, y la palabra que dice ahí es fuerza o fortaleza. Dice que ella se lo puso esa palabra y lo que se puso está metida en el tema espiritual. Y eso le ayuda porque cada vez que se peina, o sea, en el espejo se ve la palabra, ¿no? Fortaleza. Y le recuerda lo fuerte que ha sido y lo fuerte que está. Entonces, que ella no se lo ponía, que ya tenía tiempo queriéndoselo poner, pero escuchaba a sus amigos y que le decían que no, que se va a arrepentir, que es para toda la vida, que es tu cuerpo. Entonces, por hacerles caso, duró muchos años sin ponérselo, hasta que decidió hacer lo que ella quería. Entonces dice que es la importancia de ponerte en primer lugar, ¿no? Entonces que se lo puso y que es muy feliz. Yo también le explicaba de que cada vez que íbamos de vacaciones a la playa, mi esposa se ponía tatuajes de henna. Y platicamos muchas veces de ponernos un tatuaje. De hecho, me dijo, ¿cómo ves? Me pongo un tatuaje. Y yo en ese entonces le decía, no sé cómo te vas a ver, pero pues, si quieres, igual y póntelo. Y también ella me decía que quería fumar marihuana. Y bueno, ya no nos dio tiempo, pero cómo me arrepiento de no habernos puesto el tatuaje y haber fumado juntos. Debió haber sido una experiencia muy, muy padre. Pero bueno, son cosas que se quedan ahí y por eso yo creo que la vida es única, hay que vivirla, hay que disfrutarla y si tienes ganas de hacer algo, hacerlo. Entonces yo le platicaba a Angie que yo quiero ponerme un tatuaje, que no sé dónde todavía, ya tengo una idea de lo que quiero ponerme y le platicaba a una amiga sobre ese tema. Ella tiene tatuajes y está padre. A mí me gusta ese tema y creo que pronto me lo voy a poner. A ver si este año. Well, I think we covered a lot of things today, Angie. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we did too.
45 minutes or an hour talking, but
we don't want to bore everybody to death, right? Yes, we can share more later, but that's actually very smart what you said about the tattoo. That is a way of self-expression, and you know, I think if you have something that's very important to you, something that means so much to you, if you're going to get something like that, self-expression, you want to share that with other people. Have it somewhere where you can see it often. You know, every time I look down, you know, I'm right-handed, so every time I write, every time I do something, I see it, and that is just a reminder. You know, so if I can make a recommendation, if it's something very important to you, have it somewhere where you can see it often, whether it be on your hand or on your forearm, on your ankle. You know, that's just my opinion. I have one on my back. It's just a little star, but I don't have a lot back there because I can't see it as a reminder. So anyway, that's I think this has been a great conversation. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope we've helped somebody today.
I really appreciate your time, Angie, and I want to stop recording after I translate the last thing you say.
Okay.
Okay. Ella me decía que la idea de un tatuaje es algo muy bueno, que recomienda ponerse alguna palabra o algo que te motive y en algún lugar donde lo puedas ver, que puede ser en el brazo, que lo puedas ver seguido. Ella mencionaba que tiene un tatuaje de estrella en la espalda, pero pues no se lo ve, entonces recomienda que sea en el brazo o en algún lado donde lo puedas ver seguido. Y bueno, tuvimos una charla muy amena, tocamos varios temas, bueno, un tema, pero varios tips y varias cosas. La verdad que lo disfrutamos y bueno, pues muchas gracias a Angie por su tiempo. Voy aquí a terminar y ahí cuando lo suba a YouTube y lo postee en Facebook, voy a poner la imagen de Jim Carrey que hablaba sobre la depresión y los consejos que él da. Hay muchos temas en internet, bueno, más bien muchos consejos en internet sobre el tema de la depresión. Pero bueno, esperemos les sirva esta plática y hayan aprendido algo, aunque sea de tatuajes. All right. Thank you, Angie. I'm going to stop recording, okay? Don't go.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Gracias.